Yo, what's up guys, Cozy here. Honkai Stories just dropped its version 3.2 livestream, and with it we got a ton of info on Castorice, Anaxa, the upcoming anniversary, new zones and some solid quality of life updates. There was a lot to unpack, some of it straightforward, some of it not so much, so I'm here to break everything down in case you missed the livestream. No more wasting time, let us get right into it. Alright, first up, let us talk about the lore, the new zones and most importantly, the updates to their storytelling. This patch is bringing us two major quest chains, one for Castorice and one for Anaxa. They also mentioned that multiple storylines will start to converge on Amphoreus. Looking ahead, our next two updates will feature a quest chain involving Acheron, Jingliu and Jingliu at the very least. On top of that, we are getting some major developments for March and Danhang later this year. Essentially, they confirmed that Phase 1 of Honkai Stories is wrapping up. And we are about to enter Phase 2, whatever that means. Now I mentioned some changes to how they handle storytelling, and there are two big ones. The first one is a new mission type called Finality, set to debut in version 3.8. The basic concept behind this one is actually pretty interesting. A lot of games struggle with storytelling being too ambitious, forcing developers to cut content to meet deadlines. And yeah, Penacony was no exception. So they are introducing this new quest system to revisit stories they couldn't fully tell during the Penacony patch cycles. This means we will get more background info on certain characters and even some patchwork for existing plot holes. Secondly, and something a lot of people have been asking for, animated shorts integrated into the game. You know, those cinematic trailers like Acheron and Black Swan dancing? Well, moving forward, we will get similar high quality animations directly in our quests. And no, I'm not talking about them just recycling old shorts. We are getting brand new cutscenes. If I understand it correctly, this should start happening as soon as the patch drops. But don't quote me on that. Lastly, let us talk about new zones. We are getting two major runs. First, we have Styxia, a massive city which has been lost in time. And secondly, we have the Council of Elders stronghold in Okama. I don't know the actual name for it, which houses the core flame of Kefali, the world-bearing titan. Next up, let us talk about new characters, Castorice and Anaxa. I will keep it short here. Castorice has her passive. Deal with it or don't. Your call. From what I have seen so far, she's shaping up to be a powerhouse. Her animations, just look at them, absolutely insane. Anaxa, on the other hand, is a support character who can inflict weaknesses on your enemies. Think Silverwolf, kinda, but more powerful because instead of targeting just one enemy, he applies weaknesses to every single opponent on the field. And the best part, he's not tied to a single weakness. In theory, he can inflict every single weakness on your enemies. Pop his ultimate and he will actually do just that. So yeah, kinda broken. I did mention he is primarily a support character, but depending on his numbers, he might end up being a DPS hybrid as well. We will simply have to wait and see. The first banner is going to feature Castorice, Few, Acheron and Jiaoche as our limited 5-star characters. And for our 4-star characters we will have Pila, Gallagher and Lynx. On our second banner, so our later half of the patch, we will have Anaxa alongside Danhang, Serval and Mose. Our alternative 5-star character here is going to be Dr. Ratio. Before we move on to events, let us quickly talk about some quality of life changes coming in version 3.2 and beyond. First up, the big one everyone has been asking for. Buffs are coming in version 3.4 for Silverwolf, Blade, Kafka and Jingliu. Let's go. Second, we are going to get major changes to our banners, and this is a game changer. Now we get to customize our 50-50% chance, and here is how it works. The first 50% still goes to our limited 5-star character, whatever that character might be. The other 50% can basically be customized, where you choose 7 out of 10 possible characters. Right now, those 10 characters include our standard banner units like Bronya, Veld, Himiko and so on, as well as Sealy, Blade and Fishran. Those 3 characters, so Sealy, Blade and Fishran, will rotate out for other characters after some time. So for example, if you don't want to have Shepard, Bailu or our Surfer Boy, you can set your bad luck pool to something like Sealy, Blade, Fishran, Bronya, Clara, Himiko and Veld. No more getting stuck with characters you don't want. So a huge win for everyone. Now let us talk about events and of course our upcoming anniversary. For events we are going to get our usual lineup, at least one combat event and one cute little side event featuring chimeras. Honestly, it looks like a mini mobile game and you can even do some PvP in it. Best part, if you complete the entire event, you get a chimera pet for free. Just look at this little cutie. Who doesn't love those chimeras? They are absolutely adorable. Now for the big one, our anniversary. Just like last time, we'll get a special event alongside increased rewards from various activities. Here is what you're going to get in detail. A free Lycon, 30 free pulls on top of your already existing rewards, and now hold your horses, a free Ruan Mei, or Luocha, but let's be real, who's picking Luocha over Ruan Mei? Free top tier support right there. If you're still not happy about this, I honestly don't know what to tell you. And yeah, that pretty much sums up our livestream, but there are a couple of loose ends where I didn't really know where to put them. They did mention that we are going to get a free limited 5-star fairly soon, but they didn't give us any details beyond that. You will also be able to exchange Litecoin memory shards for a free 5-star Litecoin in the shop, or multiple ones maybe even, including Fishran's Litecoin or Ruan Mei's Litecoin for example. But they didn't say where we are supposed to get those memory shards. So yeah, guess we will have to find out in time. And that's more or less a wrap. Overall, I would say this was a solid livestream. Castorice passive is making it into the game, whether we like it or not. But aside from that, it was a good showcase. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and if you enjoyed the video, you already know what to do. Like, sub, share, all of that good stuff. I'm Vakosi, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.